Alright, hello everybody. The name is Violet. If you guys are a returning viewer, hi, welcome back. Glad to see you. Which you can't see me, but hopefully that'll change soon. So we do this avidly. But if you're a new watcher, hi. Name is Pilot. I talk about video games and anything related to the video game world. So let's just get right into it. Xbox has been in a decline recently in the news. Recently they have upped their Game Pass up to from $20, which was $19.99, to $30, which does include Fortnite Crew. But the thing that takes out from that price point, what makes it reasonable, is the cost and what it offered before the Fortnite Crew was added. Because the Fortnite Crew is a $12 subscription for Fortnite only, which we could see that trend and we could make a different video about how this is just a key detail sign of Fortnite is dying. And Xbox is one of the main players who's trying to revive just the game itself, the battle royale that has been avidly been consistent since 2017, but has been in the massive decline in the past 2 years. So, seeing as Xbox has increased this $30 price point to just have the same stuff that it had, a couple months ago, and just to add Fortnite Crew, it strips away the financial goodness of the Game Pass. Because if you're in the position as me, who is a college student, $30 goes a long way into just having, a good place somewhere else rather than just going to Xbox. $30 for me personally is a lot if we're talking about a subscription that it was $20 before. And I see no reason why that price point is going towards Xbox and to one specific game and to day one releases, which it had before with the $19.99 price point, which made it reasonable if you're trying to be economical, if you're trying to be, gaming on a budget, because you could access 500 plus titles on your console and PC for only $20. But now it's $30, which some people can say, hey, that's not, a big jump. So, and now seeing Xbox, I love Xbox. I've been playing it since middle school, so since around 2016. I love the console. It's treated me nice, but recently with the Xbox Series X, it's losing the console wars. And one thing that Xbox has been trying to justify is, bringing other companies. And the main company I want to talk about today is Activision, because recently the Black Ops 7 open beta has released, and I've been playing it because it auto-installed for me. I'm not an avid Call of Duty player. I'm a casual. I love just, I just want to pop a quick game with one of my friends, hop on Nuketown, or just, pop up casual, search and destroy, not trying to be a sweat. I did spend a lot of time back in COVID during, the Modern Warfare 19 era, and with Warzone, which honestly, take me back. I love the COVID era, but seeing this now with Black Ops 7, it's really a hard sell in my opinion. In my opinion, Black Ops 7 is an alright game if we're talking about just like the futuristic aspect. If we're trying to go back to that point, Activision is not doing a really good job with its movement for at least this one. And I don't like the movement gurus who like jump around, sprint and jump, sprint and crouch. I'm really tired of it. It makes the game so sweaty. But when it comes to Black Ops 7 trying to be like Black Ops 3, as it's been, advertised a lot in, the promotions and the Vault Edition, which honestly, if you buy it, you really gotta get yourself checked out, because oh my god, that is no way to excuse a $100 experience. You're wasting $100. If you have Game Pass, you're wasting an extra $30, which right now as we're seeing could go into the Game Pass for one more month. But there's other ways around it, which I'll talk about at the end of the video. But I want to transition to Black Ops 7 because I've been playing it recently since It auto installed in my console. I was kind of forced to play it, but I wanted to try it out. I wanted to try the new movement. And in my experience, I thought it was going to be like a Black Ops 3. And I was like, oh, really didn't play much Black Ops 3 when it came out. So I was really interested in, seeing what the movement was like. But no, it's just little wall jumps, and kind of got disappointed. And overall, the game has not treated me well, because after like a couple matches, the skill-based matchmaking is horrible. It is not the best, it is the worst. I had like 2 good games, I had 2 best plays, and then I got into fucking level 11 lobbies while I'm still in level 3. And I'm still trying to get adjusted to the game. It is a really difficult learning curve when it comes to Call of Duty, in my opinion, because you have all the sweats, and then you have all the casuals. And I get the skill-based matchmaking is supposed to, get you into those, higher levels. But if you just like, pop off one game with low levels, it really shouldn't have addressed like a big jump towards the level 11 sweats who, really are diehard Call of Duty fans, which I'm just a casual Call of Duty fan. I just want to pop up into a game, just play some with domination, some team deathmatch. I want to try out the new guns that Call of Duty has to offer this year. But no, it is really hard. And plus, don't get me started on the campers, which I'll play some clips right now and show some of my gameplay. And oh my god, how these maps are structured, how these maps are just overall just killing me. It's just like people are camping in every corner. They have like no respect for themselves, and like I'm just trying to follow objective and just trying to play the game just casually. But Call of Duty, Activision has to ruin it with its skill-based matchmaking, its horrible map designs. I will say that at least some of them, what do you call them, like POIs are cool in the maps. Like they have one of the rotation ones in, I forgot what the map is called, but I'll play a clip here, which I did a cool sniper shot. But overall, there's some little tweaks that I like. I haven't fully have committed to this game, but like seeing what the beta, of course betas are like, they always are going to fix things here and there, but seeing how this game is portraying itself right now, it is really difficult for a casual gamer like me, because I am in the position of a casual gamer. I'm not really invested into like fully committing into a game unless I'm actually really liking the game. And with Call of Duty, it's always like that cheap one. It's like a drug. You get that little high, and then you want more of it, but then after you have to go through relapse, and then after you go back into it, it's really just like a pleasing experience for like 2 matches and nothing else, unless you have friends, which right now there's just only mosh pits and hardcore mosh pit. They haven't added really much more more modes yet, like search and destroy and gun game, things like that. It's really hard to judge on it. But seeing my mosh pit experience, my team deathmatch, my domination, headquarters, all these modes, it is hard to implement those with these maps, because just like the camping, and also just overall the weapons, they're good. I like the weapon play. Just the movement is not what I expected, but I do not hate it, because it's not like janky, it's smooth. It's just the wall running, the wall tapping, it's just overall kind of just hard to get my head around, because it's a new mechanism. It's, after Black Ops 6, I'm just used to the regular run and gun. So seeing Activision with this, seeing Call of Duty transitioning into the futuristic thing again, it is nice, because hopefully other games like Titanfall gets its revival. So because Titanfall 3 has been through development hell. It's they confirm it, they unconfirm it, they have a lot of deadlines, so it's really hard to just confirm when Titanfall 3 is coming. So I'm hoping Titanfall 3 is coming soon, in like the next like 2 years, 3 years. But a man can only hope, a little kid can only hope. So just can't wait to see what Activision has to offer with Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I do not have that much high hopes because I am looking for Battlefield 6. Played the open beta for Battlefield 6 and I did enjoy it. And I do enjoy with the Battlefield series like Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1. They brought like the whole war aspect in these gun shooters and these military shooters, which right now we could see Black Ops 7, going back into its, goofy years, like with Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6 had the American Dad, Beavis and Butthead collabs, and it's just overall just funny to say the least to see those collabs in a military game. So, this franchise isn't supposed to be taken seriously, so I'm not going to take it serious like that, but just the gameplay itself, it's good. Obviously, I have to get adjusted. It's usually my fault because I'm not, a sweaty player. I'm not a constant Call of Duty player. Unlike, these people who are killing me, they've obviously, sit in their couches all day and play the game. So, I can't, wait to see what Activision has to, shift into the casual players. Hopefully the skill-based matchmaking doesn't, mess me over. But overall, yeah, Black Ops 7, can't wait to see what it has to offer. The Xbox Game Pass, honestly, I cannot justify it in my position. Wish it could be cheaper, wish it could go back. And this is the segment where I tell you guys how you guys could get the Xbox Game Pass back to the original price. So recently through TikToks I've seen, Austin Evans recently posted a video, a couple hours ago showing how you could get the Xbox Game Pass for the original price. Because right now Xbox hasn't, and most like retail stores hasn't removed the Xbox Game Pass gift cards and the Game Pass subscriptions from their shelves. So right now what people can do, if you guys want that $20 price tag with having Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you guys could just go to like your Target, your Walmart, just find the subscription codes, and they will be listed as the original price, as it was originally listed at $20. And honestly, if you're looking for that is back to the budget, I highly recommend, if you're currently just not thinking of going back to Game Pass, but because Game Pass, it is a good deal when it was $20, but right now with $30 and just having the same stuff as it had a couple months ago, but now it's just with Fortnite Crew, it is hard to justify for one singular game to bring up the point to $30. So yeah, if you guys like the video, like and subscribe, and hopefully I get to see you guys in the next video. Like and comment. I want to hear you guys opinions on this, because Xbox Game Pass is a lot for the price tag, and I just want to see what you guys want me to talk about next in in other aspects. So yeah, catch you guys later.